Hi everyone, let me ask you a question. Have you ever tried to explain what you do to your family and friends and gotten a blank look? Or is fear holding you and your online business back right now? Now, if you answered yes to either of those, you're going to love this month's free newsletter. How do you get a copy? Head on over to writecom.com now. And by the way, if you want to make more money with your online business, you are going to love our coffee bean money making idea inside. So head over to Writecom, that's WRITECOME.com, and you'll find the newsletter waiting for you over there. Hi, this is Barry here, and you are very, very welcome to today's podcast episode from writecom.com. And today's podcast episode is entitled, I Know You're Cheating on Me. That's right, I said it. I know you're cheating on me. I know as soon as you listen to this podcast episode, you are probably going to jump on to some other podcast and you're going to listen to their episode as well too. I know that you are buying books other than mine. I know that you are on other email lists and that you're reading other people's emails. I know that you're over on blogs other than the Writecom site. I know you're reading content in different places other than mine. Because you're a little cheat. I want you to also consider that your customers, your followers, and everyone who is saying that you are the bee's knees are also cheating on you. A lot of us, unfortunately, I don't know why, we get this deluded idea in our head that our customers are our customers. Our email subscribers are our email subscribers. The people who go to your blog are our readers. But at the end of the day, they are reading other blogs, they are buying other products, they are listening to other podcasts, they are reading other emails other than yours. Now, when you look at your business through that lens, you're going to realize that, you know something? If they are giving their attention and their money over to other people, well, then that means I am not grabbing enough of their attention, and it means I'm not grabbing enough of their money. You know, if they are buying a book other than your Kindle book, well, then maybe you should write a second Kindle book to try and grab some of that money back. If they are listening to podcasts other than yours, and you're only doing a podcast once a week, maybe it's time to consider, you know, for the other 6 days in the week, they're actually listening to other podcasts. So they do listen to podcasts regularly. So maybe I am not being as intrusive as I thought I was. So what the hell? Why don't I create a podcast episode for every single day? And then you're going to say to yourself, well, if I'm only sending a weekly email and they're opening emails on the other 6 days of the week, maybe I should be sending more emails. Maybe I should be sending emails with buy buttons, because these little cheaters of mine are actually spending money in other ways with other people. So would I not rather they spent all that money or kept as much of that money coming to me instead of it going off to different people? And when you look at your business through that lens, you realize you're not putting the buy button in front of your audience as often as you should, because you're feeling guilty, because you are the only person that's selling to those people. But when you think about it, those people are buying products other than yours. They're listening to podcasts other than yours. So they're not really as dedicated to you as you really think they are. So when you think about it that way, you'll realize, you know something? If I want to get more of that money back, here was me feeling guilty that they were broke, that they were skint. And there they are spending more money on coaching or more expensive products than I am billing them for. Maybe I should raise my prices. Maybe I should create a high-priced product. You know, the best example I saw of that, or was something that I heard of, was something that Dan Kennedy had mentioned one time about a chiropractor. Now, this chiropractor had, his business was struggling, and although he had some clients, it was struggling a bit. And one day he was working on this lady who came regularly, but the lady in question was usually griping about how much she had to pay. She was always complaining, oh, you've charged too much. Oh, you should do some kind of payment scheme. Oh, you need to do something because, you know, it's going to come to the stage where I'm going to find someone else to go to because I'm not going to be able to afford your services anymore. And the poor chiropractor, you know, dedicated and all as he was feeling guilty for charging her. He was feeling guilty for asking for, you know, the price at the end of the month or at the end of the session. He felt guilty for asking for cash because she was just making him feel that way. And then one day he was doing his whatever treatment he was doing on her, and she just said to him, oh, before you start, she just said, be a little bit gentle on me. I got a deep tissue massage yesterday. And he was just thinking to himself, well, who would do deep tissue massage in town? So he just says, oh, yeah, that's okay. He says, I'll take my time. And you don't mind me asking. He says, where did you get the massage done yesterday? And she says, oh, I got it done up at the country club up there on the hill. So he paused for a moment and he was thinking to himself, the country club? But he thought this was like kind of, it was an exclusive. It was members only. And he says, the country club? Yes, she says, my husband, he's a member of that country club. We go up there regularly. So here was this poor chiropractor who was keeping his prices as low as possible because he was trying to keep his client happy, because she said she couldn't afford it. And then he realised that this client of his had some money, was actually in an exclusive members only club, and that she was getting deep tissue massages. So God knows how much her husband was paying to be a member of that club, and yet she was griping about the money he was paying. So he said in that moment he was, I think, on the verge of probably strangling her, but he realised in that moment how much of a fool he was. How much of a fool was he to think that she was only spending money with him, not realising that she was spending more money in other places other than him. So as soon as she left the chiropractic clinic that day, he said he went straight in and he raised all his prices. And he lived happily ever after. Now, I don't know if she ever went back to him because she probably wasn't willing to pay that price, but she had cash in her pocket that she was spending in another place. And a lot of us believe, sometimes that I shouldn't be charging as much for my ebook, or I shouldn't be charging as much for my, my course or my training or whatever, because we feel that our customers are only spending money with us. They can only afford what we have. But at the end of the day, your customers, your followers, whoever it is, they're cheating on you. They're listening to other podcasts. They're on other email lists. And I want you maybe just to take that guilt off you, feeling that you are imposing on them by being so much in their face, by asking them for so many times, putting a buy button in front of them, or being in front of them so often in the podcast, or in their email inbox, or writing content so often on your blog. Because at the end of the day, they have enough time and enough money to spend it in other places. So don't feel so guilty, because they're all cheating on us, just like you're cheating on me. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us today. If you'd like more from the Rightcome.com podcast, be sure to subscribe now for more tips, tricks, and ideas you can use to make more money from your words. See you in the next episode.